Philadelphia and we're going on a historical tour to as many stops as we possibly can fit in one day. But first, oh my gosh, it's so fun. We are here in City Hall in downtown Philadelphia, and this place is massive. Honestly, it's insane. Rocky actually ran up the street right here in front of us, so I knew kind of what it looked like before this, but wow, it's way bigger than I ever expected. Here at Reading Terminal Market, and it was opened in 1893, making it one of the oldest, longest standing markets in the US. And they have everything here, like this fresh produce market. Look at this pepper. It's like the size of my face. It is so yellow. And a full butcher. Look at this bacon. This stand that sells pre-made crock pot meals. I've never seen anything like it. They even have this cute little diner with a counter and everything.
This place has every cuisine imaginable. I feel like we should have eaten before we came here, but I'm kind of glad we didn't.
A place with literal buckets of spices. A full kitchen and bar.
I love how I'm hungry turns into this first.
I had to start with cookies. I just love them too much. And they had so many options, so we got 6. It's a little ridiculous, but yeah. We ended up going to Fox and Son, which we saw on our first walk around, and the fries just looked so good we had to get them. Honestly, everything looked good, so we may go back. But we got the Chorizo Fries, and they have a chipotle mayo, parsley, and chorizo on it. Oh my god. These are so spicy, and they have so many like spices on it, but it's really spicy because of the chipotle mayo. It's so good. Okay, still hungry. So we got a pretzel with nacho cheese sauce, and the lemonade was just calling my name.
Little known fact about me, there has never been a time where I've felt like I've had too much nacho cheese in my life.
It smells so good. It smells like fresh bakes with butter and salt on it. Okay, this is the best pretzel I've ever had. I've had a lot of soft pretzels. It's so buttery and soft and warm. Not a huge fan of the nacho cheese sauce, because we've had a lot of that too. But this pretzel. Okay, what cookie do you want? We have chocolate chip peanut butter, mint chocolate chip, white chocolate macadamia, and white chocolate cranberry.
Let's do chocolate chip.
They were fresh from the oven when we got them. I love cookies. Love them. Chocolate chip is definitely my favorite, but I am willing to try any kind of cookie.
Yeah.
It's so soft, and there's a lot of chocolate chips in it.
Let's say we're sharing, right?
It is 2 o'clock already. This was a way bigger detour than we expected. So now we're actually gonna head out and explore some of the historical landmarks nearby.
We made it to the United States Mint, which is where they print all the money. There are just a couple in the United States, and usually they have free tours, but they've been closed since COVID started, so we can't go inside today. We are Christchurch burial ground, and it was established in 1719, and this is where Benjamin Franklin was buried. Unfortunately, this is also closed. Unexpected closures. Hopefully the other stops are still open.
So the Liberty Bell is definitely open. Look at this line. We're here, so we are looking at like 30 to 45 minutes, I'd say, to get to the Liberty Bell.
We are here at Independence National Historic Park checking out the Liberty Bell. They have a ton of exhibits before you go and actually see the bell. Tons to learn. I actually didn't know that it wasn't always called the Liberty Bell. It's actually called the State House Bell. Since the Liberty Bell is so fragile, obviously by its giant crack on the front, they have recast the writing on the bell, so if you're so inclined, you can actually touch it with the same metals and everything, but it's not the actual Liberty Bell, and they can take care of that, and you can still touch something. Obviously not right now because of the pandemic, but in normal times you could touch this. Another cool thing is these are the plans that they originally had during World War II to make a vault underneath the Liberty Bell in Independence Hall and move it over so if there was ever an airstrike to Pennsylvania, the Liberty Bell would still be safe.
I can see the Liberty Bell, but we're waiting in line because they're socially distancing the exhibit. It is way smaller than I think either of us expected.
It's so small. I honestly was like, I thought it would be bigger than me. Okay, we actually got really lucky and now we're the only ones in here and there's no line. So we're by the Liberty Bell by ourselves.
You can kind of see that there is a little bit of oxidation going on. It looks a little green in some places.
Okay.
If we weren't actively preventing that, it might look something more like the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
But yes, this is its original bronze bell crown.
Ooh, this door's heavy. Oh my. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Really weak. We were so lucky during our time in there. We actually got the whole Liberty Bell to ourselves twice, and we got to talk to the park ranger that was in there, and we learned a couple of fun facts. First, the bell cracked on its very first ring, and they melted it down and then recast it. And the people who recast it are Pass and Stowe, and their names are front and center on the bell. It's been cracked many times since then because it's so fragile, and its last time it was ever rang was in 1946 on George Washington's birthday, where it cracked for the last and final time and has not been rung since.
If you don't want to wait in line to see the Liberty Bell up close, you can actually still see it from a window outside, and you can even learn a little bit about it if you're just willing to push the right language.
We are here at Independence Hall, and this is where the Constitutional Convention happened, where they signed the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. Nate's making me tell this story, and I really don't want to, but one of my guilty pleasures is the National Treasure movies. I know they're really not that good, but they get me every time. And one of the scenes was actually based on the roof here at Independence Hall, where they found Benjamin Franklin's glasses to help them read the back of the Declaration of Independence. Super cheesy movie, but kind of a cool connection for me. Super cool. This is the old City Hall, and the US Supreme Court actually met here for almost a decade back in 1791. We also had no idea that Philadelphia was the interim capital before Washington, D.C. was decided and built up. So 2 presidents actually served here, George Washington and John Adams. One of the main tourist attractions here is going into Independence Hall and getting one of their free tours. Unfortunately, all of the tours are done for the day, so we weren't able to get the first come, first served tickets that they're giving away in the morning. You can book tickets for the afternoon, but they've been sold out for all of June for the last week or so.
We're taking a break from the heat here at Independence Square. This is where the Declaration of Independence was read aloud to the public for the very first time.
We still have 2 more stops. We're here at the Betsy Ross House, and she is credited for designing the very first Stars and Stripes American flag, originally with the 13 stars in a circle representing the 13 colonies. This is Elfreth's Alley, which is the oldest continuous residential street in all of the United States. Preservation efforts started in 1934, and we still have this cute alley with all these old colonial homes on it. I'm so excited to take a look.
People live in here? I didn't know. My mind is blown. Can you say that again?
But not in someone's window, because I think this is actually one of the 29.
People still actually live in these homes, even though it's a historical site, and 29 of the 32 homes on this alleyway are owned privately. You can definitely tell some people live in there. There's like a Michigan State sign over there, and I accidentally looked in one of the windows and they were watching the news. So people really do live here.
That's so funny.
That explains the need to be able to drive down this street. I had no idea people actually lived in these homes. That's crazy to me. You literally would have people walking by and like peering into your windows or into your alley all the time. That's definitely an interesting thing to have to get used to.
So I can't go up to it because it's not my home, but do you see that right next to that stairway that leads beneath the home? That's the mailbox. Isn't that cool?
We hope you guys enjoyed walking around with us in Philadelphia and just basking in all of the history here. If you did, hit the like button below, and if you want to stamp your passports with us again,
Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
see ya.
I'm just stealing Nate's dance moves. This isn't me.
I'm way better.
Is it sweet? Is it sour?
I don't know. So I don't know. Is this sweet or is it sour? I have no idea. I really don't know. I'm being serious. Can you try it, babe? Can you help me? We are at Christchurch Burial Ground here in Philly.
DC.
Because that's where the whole dang vlog is from.